Hello, welcome to livealittlehigher.com. We are entering the month of MarChesvan. This is the month that comes right after Tishrei, the holidays. It is the second month after the beginning of the head of the year, and it's the 8th month after Pesach. MarChesvan is known as a bitter month. Mar comes from the word maror, which means bitter. This is the name given to this month by the Babylonians after the exile of the Jews. Before, it was known as the month of Bul. Bul comes from the Mabul, from the flood. In this month, we don't have any special celebrations, any special holidays. That's why it's called a bitter month. Why is this? Not even the month of Av, which is the saddest month of the year, where we're crying for the destruction of our temples, we would call bitter. And this is because even in a sad month, there is a spiritual connection to Hashem. There's something that's connecting us to Him. But after having such a high last month, suddenly we wake up today and there's nothing. There's no Jewish holidays in this month. It's said by the sages that this month has been reserved for the coming of Mashiach. And in this month, the third temple and final temple will be built. So let's look at the significance of this month a little closer. Mar, bitter, is a word that's used when there's no connection to Hashem. So what happens after a month where you're connected to Him the whole month, and suddenly you wake up and the next day, where's the inspiration? What am I going to do with everything that got me inspired last month? With all the resolutions I made in Rosh Hashanah and in Yom Kippur, in all the things I want to change in my life, how do I get to them? So what happens is that in this month, it would be compared, there's an analogy that Hashem is like a father, like a loving father, and He's holding His child to teach him how to walk. Suddenly, when a father is teaching a child how to walk, he has to let go at a certain point, right? So what happens? The father sees that the kid has given 3-4 steps on his own, and then he starts getting away from him so he can walk alone. It doesn't mean that the father's not there for his child. He's absolutely there. If the child falls down, the father's going to run and pick him up. But the child might feel that suddenly his father left him. And this is the feeling that we have this month. That last month we were being carried by Hashem the whole month, and suddenly this month we feel like He's not even holding our hand. And this is why it's felt bitter. But in the bitterness, there's a good component. When you feel bitter about something, you feel you have to create a change. You feel that you have to change something. When we get depressed, it's a different feeling, because depression is something that lowers you and puts you in a dark place and doesn't allow you to do things. It's the opposite. It will like suck you into a black hole and won't let you out. But bitterness is a feeling that you get so frustrated and angry that nothing is happening that you say, no, I have to go and do it, because you have this feeling inside of you that you have to go and do it. So it is not a coincidence that on the month of MarChesvan is a month of rain in Israel. It's the month where the crops have been already picked up, and it's the time for the new seeds to come into the soil. In the countries where there is seasons, you'll see that fall is here, and suddenly the trees are getting red and orange and yellow, and the leaves are going to start falling off the trees. So it's a month where we're going into hibernating mode. And this mode is not that we're not doing anything. In the times of winter that are cold, brutal months where it's bitter, you might think that life has stopped, but in reality something new is brewing inside of that soil. So even if you go into the vineyard and you don't see the vine growing, you see nothing, in reality under the soil there's a whole new potential of life that's gonna come through. So this is this month, And that's why it's connected to the Mabul, to the flood, to Noah's Ark. And also our matriarch Rachel passed away on the month of Heshvan. And we can see a connection between these two episodes, because the Mabul, Hashem decided to destroy the world because the people were completely not good people. They were stealing, they were killing, there was no mentality about community and helping each other and being kind to each other. It was a complete degenerate society, and Hashem saw that there was nothing he could do with them, and he decided to destroy them. So the Mabul, the flood, represents the exile, it represents destruction, and the arch, the Teva, which could mean also Torah and learning, is the future, it's the redemption, it's the hope, is to know that there's something after the storm. That when something dies, it doesn't mean it ended there. It means that something new is coming. And when Rachel died, coming into the land of Israel, she died giving birth to Benjamin, the last son of Jacob. He was going into Israel, and she died right before entering Israel. So our matriarch Rachel is buried in Bethlehem, because when the Jews were going to be exiled, this is a place where they stopped and they cried. Today many people go and visit her cover, and they pray for miracles which happen, and they say that she really takes care of the Jewish people. Her son Benjamin grew up in the land of Israel. He actually represents the redemption. And the Beit HaMikdash was actually built in the land of Benjamin. So here we see that this month, even if it would seem that is bereft of anything, in reality it is the potential for everything that is there to come. And that's a big lesson to learn and to take into heart, and to understand that nothing is finished here, that there's a lot to do. And when sometimes we feel there's nothing, we give up hope, there's no way out, we should just not despair, and we should just sit down and wait and take a Torah and learn Torah and grow in mitzvot. This is a time where our potential is being born, and we should take advantage of the energy of this month, so we can grow and get strong, so beautiful offspring will come out of us. Beautiful mitzvot and beautiful midot. So I want to thank you, and I hope to see you next month in the new moon. Thank you.